finally, for number one, which we're gonna go pretty lengthy on because it's bigger than what I thought it was.
Man, you
AI.
finna go to sleep, buddy.
I might have to put you on mute if you talk with the kids in the back. I'm recording. We recording live, FYI. But number one is AI and systemic racism. So the time frame they got here is the 2010s. The present, severity high. The impact is nationwide. The threat ongoing. The vectors are intellectual, financial, and historical. So basically, some of the ways that this AI could be used against us ties back to, once again, the people that program the AI. If they are racist, then they can have inherently put their beliefs and philosophies into the code, which therefore makes the AI racist. Now, some
Exactly.
so yeah,
And I
yeah.
was actually reading this article,
Mhm.
and it is from Stanford, and it says that technology is never neutral. And it says, how do computers see race? AI tends to see race in restrictive, oversimplified ways that can reinforce racial stereotypes and color lines and or leads to the miscategorization of people. AI modules conceptualize race in terms of neatly defined and fixed categories, often relying on the five racial types used by the US Census Bureau. However, racial categories are not clearly delineated or prior biological types. So basically, it's saying it's too difficult for the AI to not think by race because of what you're saying, Dre. It's
Mm.
programmed by it's being programmed by people with those those ways.
So we're gonna go further, right? We were talking about a stock, what, a couple months back, or even probably last month that I was telling y'all about. Um, KSCP Nightscope, where they got actual
Yeah.
AI robots that are law enforcement or working with law enforcement that have facial recognition technology, license plate recognition technology. So another way to add on what you're saying, facial recognition bias. The AI ain't perfect yet. So in the same way that these racist devils might have that mentality, all niggas look alike, the AI, in the case of this specific case of a robot, AI law enforcement robot, they may grab the wrong nigga thinking that it's
Right.
Bill Johnson, but
Yes.
they grab Larry
Yes.
Stevenson.
Pete Smith.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Dead ass.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
this could not only have increased surveillance on the black community, but could result in plenty of wrongful arrests, leading to further mistrust, obviously, in law enforcement, because we ain't never trust them niggas to begin with. But also another angle of the AI shit, you have hiring algorithm bias, discriminatory hiring practices, which contribute to lower representation of black individuals in that space. If there's not enough black people that are participating in the programming of the AI, it's not going to get a balanced perspective on what the fuck is being put into that bitch. You know what I mean? So then another angle, obviously, you got predictive policing bias, over policing of black neighborhoods. So besides cops running through there every, now you got fucking AI robots now on there. You know what I mean? And then, of course, there's other levels of it, economic disenfranchisement, which can result because if the AI is now going to be implemented in all areas of life, not only from healthcare to law enforcement, you got more potential
They
problems.
gonna throw a bucket of water on the world back.
Nah, them niggas, they still gonna be doing whatever bullshit they gonna be
Mm-hmm.
doing. But it's definitely levels. So then they even talk about digital redlining, potential exclusion from services, which can further entrench economic and technological inequalities. And then there's plenty of books that's been written on the subjects discussed. So one book is called Weapons of Destruction, that explores, how the AI could perpetuate inequality and how often the ways that they could harm black communities. Another book is called Race After Technology by Ruha Benjamin. This book delves into how technology, including AI, reinforces racial inequality with case studies and frameworks for understanding the intersection of race and technology. Then you have scholarly databases such as, Google Scholar, where you can search for peer-reviewed articles and papers on topics like AI and racial bias, AI and hiring and predictive policing algorithms. JSTOR, which is another great resource for academic papers on social injustice and AI ethics, as well as PubMed, which is a resource for health related articles on how AI can impact healthcare, particularly in terms of racial bias. So then on the news and investigative angle, the Guardian, they've done several reports on the ethical implications of AI and how it affects people of color.
Mm-hmm.
So you could do a search, pretty much AI biased black communities. You have another resource, ProPublica, a nonprofit that investigates injustice in many sectors. They have extensive series on how algorithms, particularly in the criminal
Yes,
justice
there's a lot of
system,
info on it.
yeah, they
Mm-hmm.
discriminate against black people. And you could look up articles for machine bias or predictive policing. Wired magazine and the website also apparently have articles talking on these same issues, from technology, social issues, and racism, where AI plays a part in all of those things. MIT even has a review, MIT Technological Review, where
Dre,
they
that
offer,
Stanford article was from 2024.
okay, where the MIT also have articles talking about AI ethics, societal impact,
Mm-hmm.
especially related to race. So we're just gonna run through the rest of them because this is what we've been waiting for. It's number four, nonprofits and advocacy groups. So you got resources there. AI Now Institute covers the same shape, more of it. The Algorithmic Justice League, that works to raise awareness about negative impacts, you know, of biased algorithms and how they affect marginalized communities. Data for Black Lives is another one. Government reports and white papers. We have the U.S. National Institute of Standards and Technology. So for anybody that's in cyber or IT in general, NIST is a household name. Even this government body has released studies on racial bias in facial recognition software, which will be utilized by AI, and especially AI law enforcement drones or robots. So these are things to just be aware of. The White House, as racist as they are, have even published, information. They released a report on AI ethics and guidelines, and of course, those reports include resources related to racial bias. Um, so from a technological corporate standpoint, Microsoft, Google, and IBM also have released research papers on this same topic, basically stating that technical insight will need to be basically provided to prevent AI systems from having those biases creep in. However the fuck you want to define creep in and being written in. But even they are aware of these concepts at a high level. And then
Exactly.
there's numerous documentaries and podcasts. So
Yeah, like there's a lot of research. That's what I was telling y'all for months. Like
yeah.
it's crazy how much you wouldn't think, yeah. You breaking it down, but yeah.
Yeah, so like I said, new information just may shake some people's understanding of what the reality is at that time before that new information is absorbed. You know what I'm saying? Like now that we know this information, like I knew there was an inkling of a possibility there, but I didn't think it was this big. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Before doing, this research and digging into this shit.
Yeah.
So, now that we know, and now that y'all hopefully watch this video all the way to the end to see the AI part, um, have an understanding that the only threat by AI ain't motherfucking jobs, and even that's yet another one. That's the most important one right out the gate. That's gonna be felt first. Out, you know what I mean? Everybody,
Mm-hmm.
even the white people, are
That's
like, "Oh
what I
my
was
god,
saying too. AI is
the
gonna
the
take
AI is gonna take
jobs.
our jobs, nigga." In any
Mm-hmm.
regular corporate situation, when there's layoffs, whatever, blacks and other minorities are the first to be chopped the fuck off.
No, literally.
So
Right.
so when the AI reduces all these jobs that can now be done by it, and they gotta choose between Sally white ass and fucking Jamal. Jamal out of here, nigga.
Exactly.
Sally going too, but they may let her linger for another 6 months before they chop her next. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The black person is going first.
So that is, I would say, that's the first immediate danger that AI will present, at least for the viewer watching this shit right now, nigga. If your job could be done by the AI in a year or two from now,
Get a new job.
nigga, you better start learning skills for a whole nother motherfucking industry. Or if you have a passion
Mm-hmm.
or a talent that you have and never tried to really monetize that shit, you better goddamn do something because it's
Lock
about
in,
to
twin.
it's about to be a whole new world out here.
Lock in.
So hopefully, yeah, I found this
Informative.
informative, entertaining, exciting, whatever.